Which here we can get into it, but Wendy, why don't you go ahead and tell the audience what we're even starting with here?
By starting with, do you mean the story or like this podcast?
Either or. I mean, I'm just excited all around.
I'm pumped. Everybody,
I'm amped up.
Welcome to CreepCast. I'm so excited for it. Me and my man here. Can I call you by your like real human name or Meat Canyon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
No,
all
you
right.
can call me by real name, Nathaniel.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. No. It's funny you said that too, because when I read that too, I was like, oh, fuck. Because I was perceiving it as like, oh, okay, we're getting into like alien territory, almost, is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Man with big black eyes, sure, you know, all the tropes are there for that.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever I heard the rhythmic coughing, which while I was reading it, I don't know if you did too, but whenever I read this kind of stuff, I you almost try to like mimic the kind of cough to kind of like
what it
get
would sound like. Yeah.
And I was doing it until I heard insect, and I was like, what the fuck? And I like kept, and I'm like, oh, well, no wonder I can't think of what it is, because like an insect coughing.
Oh, no.
So I sat there, and I kept doing like these weird, like trying to do like a grasshopper cough or something. I couldn't think of what it would sound like. And I was going to ask you what you thought what an insect cough would sound like.
I would think, well, if you did it on the podcast, I guess I will too. It's probably like I can't do it correctly. Hold on, dude. It's like I guess, I don't know. To me in my head, it sounds kind of like to me in my head, it sounds like a cicada almost. And I remember being like 10 years old, and I was like, what do I need to be on the lookout for? My dad was like, you'll probably smell him first.
You'll know when you see it.
So
you'll know when you see it, son. How fucked up would that be, though, if young Wendigoon was walking through the deal and he's like, Daddy, why is this woman with a red dress, why is she face down? And her limbs are all weird.
Yeah.
He found it! Like, I feel like that would fundamentally corrupt you as a person.
And what's funny is, too, I didn't think anything of it when I was a kid. I'm like, I'm going to go look for someone who died. Yeah. It was a family friend of ours, which is why we were out there.
That's nice that they found him dead.
So there was like a chance that young Wendigoon would have been like, oh, would you look at that?
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
I feel like the entire time you were looking through, I feel like to me, I don't know why, I picture you as the pouty kid who's like just wanting to be home playing like Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
At one point, I was thinking about going home to play video games.
I just want to go home and play this game.
What's also, like, to give you more of a visual, I was a child, and there was like a lot of brush in the woods, so I had a golf club. And I was swinging it to cut down like the tree branches. So
you just end up mauling a dead body with a golf club. This isn't tall brush. This is a dead body. Dad, can I go home now?
I was just the most arrogant, stupid kid. Going through the woods, swinging a golf club like I wish I was playing Star Wars right now. Like.
Yeah, families crying. People are just like, do you see anything and stuff? And you're just like, God, I'm supposed to be playing Revenge of the Sith on PS2 right now. God, this sucks.
Bro, that's not far off. Like that.
No, of course it's not. The thing about it too is everybody goes through that, dude. Everybody does. When you're a kid, you go through that. I feel like now that I psychologically think that you has started these in-depth horror research videos because you're trying to find that connection that you missed a long time ago. I feel like you might be a car salesman.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Explain both of those things you just said. Are you saying that I'm making YouTube videos because I'm chasing the high I never got of finding a dead body?
Absolutely.
Okay. And what do you mean by car salesman?
I think that you would have gotten your fix. Like you would have been like you would have seen some things. So I think it would have corrupted you in some weird way to where your life would have taken a more normal approach to maybe you would be like enterprise cars, renting cars, and that would be like a coffee.
Hold on. You're talking about like the glories of being a car salesman. What do you mean?
I think it's a pretty good gig. It's a market that's never going to die. I just think that it's a more traditional take. It's a more traditional take. That's definitely a guy doing it. Which also makes it sound like it's like at first it was kind of compelling, and then over time he like kind of stopped trying to make it so cat-like. Mm-hmm. It's like meow, at first, and at the end he's just like meow. doing a fucking like Markiplier meow.
Yeah, he's doing the Markiplier.
Meow. Just Markiplier in the woods doing that. What if it was just a guy on his iPhone? He was lost and he was watching Markiplier videos to make himself feel good. You never know. You never know.
So the train noise and the looped recording of a crying happened at the same time, and you're like, all right, I'll clock in tomorrow. I'll see you then.
Yeah, exactly. Damn, man. Well, are we still going to Long John Silver's after this? I just like to think that Russell goes to nothing but like extremely popular, commercial. All right, so we went to Red Robin last week, but I guess I'll meet you at Long John Silver's tonight. So I'll see you. I'll clock in early tomorrow, man. We'll see.
He has never been inside of a fine dining establishment.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's pretty good. Did you do the part about the severed hand in the tree?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But them not really paying much attention to it and just hoping that it wouldn't fuck with them, their grandfather being like, you don't want to mess with a deer that stands on two legs. It'll fuck you up for real. Just don't even look at it.
It's a pretty good rule of thumb.
That sounds really scary, Grandpa. I don't care. It is scary. It's scary as shit. Just, I don't know, twiddle with your thumbs. Okay, thanks, Grandpa.
It turns out he was right.
Yeah, he was
right?
He was.
They ignore it and it doesn't happen. Yeah,
he was right.